You are no longer a student of freedom. You are its guardian. The chains have fallen. The laws are alive within you. Now comes the highest calling, to command. Command is not control over others. It is mastery of self. The world follows those who have ordered their inner kingdom. When the mind obeys the will, when thought, emotion, and action move as one, the universe bends to that alignment. This is the birth of the commanding mind. You are the architect now, the builder, the ruler of invisible forces. Every day the world waits for instruction. It does not ask, what will happen to me? It asks, what will you decide? Look within. The voice that once pleaded now commands. The doubts that once shouted now whisper. You have felt the difference between reaction and design. Reaction is chaos. Design is sovereignty. The commanding mind speaks with purpose, moves with conviction, and acts without hesitation. It knows that thought is the first decree. Every command begins as a sentence in the mind. Every empire begins as a single decision spoken in silence. You are the king of a realm unseen. Your thoughts the citizens, your emotions the ministers, your actions the army. If you do not rule them, they will rule you. If you do not give them order, they will create confusion. The undisciplined mind is a nation without law. The disciplined mind is a kingdom that expands endlessly. Each morning is coronation. When you open your eyes, you sit upon the throne again. The first words you speak set the rhythm of your day. Say quietly, I command my mind. I direct my focus. I decide what this day will mean. These are not affirmations, they are decrees. The subconscious listens like a loyal servant. Give it instruction, not complaint. Give it clarity, not confusion. When you say, I can't, the servant obeys. When you say, I will, it begins at once to prepare the way. Command begins with language. Speak only what you wish to live. Every phrase is a seed, and the mind is fertile ground. Thought is the first power of command. It is the sculptor of reality. Guard your thinking as you would guard treasure. If an idea weakens you, dismiss it. If a thought strengthens you, feed it. Every time you repeat a thought, you carve it deeper into the structure of your mind. Soon it becomes a path, then a highway, then identity. Do not wander highways built by fear. Build your own roads paved with purpose. Emotion is the second power of command. Thought gives shape. Emotion gives life. A cold idea remains a plan. A heated idea becomes destiny. You cannot fake emotion. You must summon it. Feel your words as you speak them. Let conviction burn through your tone. Emotion is electricity for the soul. When you feel deeply, the universe listens closely. So direct your feeling as carefully as your thought. Do not waste passion on anger or envy. Reserve it for creation, gratitude, love, resolve. The commanding mind does not suppress emotion. It channels it, like a dam harnessing a river to light a city. Action is the third power of command. Without it, thought decays. The world is moved only by the hands of the willing. Faith without motion becomes fantasy. Act quickly when clarity arrives. Momentum is magic. Hesitation is theft. A single decisive act has more power than 1,000 intentions. The universe respects movement. Do the small thing now. Write the page. Send the message. Begin. Each action is a signal to life itself. He is ready. She is serious. The commanding mind is not waiting for permission. It gives it. You have learned the three powers: thought, emotion, action. Align them, and you will feel an energy few have ever known. Misalign them, and you will feel the world resist you. Thought without emotion is weak. Emotion without thought is reckless. Action without both is wasted. But when all three move as one, you become a living decree. Reality bends, not because you forced it, but because you harmonized with it. Now you begin to understand why the laws came first. Purpose gave you direction. Faith gave you energy. Planning gave you structure. Alliance gave you momentum. Rhythm gave you consistency. They were training for this moment, the moment you step into command. This is not the end of learning. It is the beginning of mastery. The commander studies himself endlessly. He observes his thoughts, directs his emotions, chooses his words, acts with precision. Each day he sharpens the blade of will, and with every sunrise his power grows quieter, steadier, stronger. Command is not won once. It is practiced every day. You cannot lead the mind from time to time. You must lead it every hour. So let us speak of practice, the discipline that makes command permanent. Each morning before the world demands your attention, return to the throne of your thoughts. Sit in silence. Breathe slowly until your awareness gathers. Ask, what will I create today? Who must I be to bring it into existence? See the day unfold as you wish it to be, not as a wish, but as a design. See yourself speaking with confidence. See obstacles dissolving. See each action completing its purpose. The mind rehearses reality. The body follows what the mind has rehearsed. When you visualize with emotion, you give your subconscious a script for the day. It reads that script faithfully. Do not rush this ritual. 5 minutes of still power will command more than 5 hours of scattered motion. After visualization comes declaration. Say quietly, I direct my life. My thoughts serve my purpose. My actions obey my will. This is not poetry. It is programming. The subconscious listens. It does not debate. It records and executes. When the world distracts you later, these declarations will echo back like reminders from within. They will pull you to alignment. Then act. Command without action is imagination. Command expressed through action becomes law. Move deliberately. Walk with purpose. Answer slowly, not from emotion, but from intent. When you work, work entirely. When you rest, rest fully. Scattered focus is silent surrender. The commander lives by rhythm, not by impulse. He designs the pattern and walks within it. Every repetition strengthens the order. Every kept promise deepens control. Soon discipline becomes identity. But every kingdom faces enemies. Every mind that rises attracts resistance. These enemies are not outside, they live within. The first is fear. It whispers in every ambitious heart. It says, what if I fail? What if I lose? What if I am not enough? Understand this. Fear is not warning. It is habit. It is the memory of pain pretending to protect you. You cannot destroy fear by argument. You dissolve it through motion. When fear speaks, act before it finishes the sentence. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is movement despite it. Each time you move through fear, its voice grows weaker. Soon it becomes background noise, the faint echo you barely remember. The second enemy is distraction. The world has grown loud. Every screen, every headline, every notification is a thief of sovereignty. Attention is the currency of creation. What you pay attention to grows, so guard it with the same vigilance you would guard gold. When you sit to work, remove the noise. When you study, silence the world. The mind, once quiet, reveals its genius. Distraction is the assassin of greatness. If you let it, it will murder your focus one glance at a time. Stay vigilant. Each moment reclaimed is territory regained. The third enemy is stagnation. It hides in comfort. It disguises itself as rest. but it is decay in slow motion. The commander does not fear stillness, but he uses it wisely. Rest is preparation, not retreat. If you stop moving forward, life begins to pull you backward. The tide never stands still. So when you sense stagnation, move. Any motion rekindles fire. Write a single line. Take one step. Do one act of creation. Momentum is resurrection. These three, fear, distraction, and stagnation, are the shadows that follow every rising mind. They cannot be fully destroyed, but they can be ruled. When they appear, acknowledge them, command them to silence, and continue your work. This is the practice of command: clarity in morning, discipline in action, vigilance against the inner enemy. Do this each day, and the world begins to move in rhythm with your will. And when rhythm arrives, a new state emerges, a level few ever reach. It is called mastery. Mastery is not a moment. It is a state of being. It arrives quietly, not with celebration, but with recognition. The moment you realize that you no longer fight yourself, your thoughts obey you, your emotions follow you, your actions complete themselves without resistance. This is peace through power. You are no longer the student of command. You are the commander himself. Mastery feels calm. The world still trembles and shouts, but inside there is stillness. You move when you choose. You speak when words have purpose. You rest without guilt. Noise cannot reach you because you no longer chase it. You have become rhythm itself. The commanding mind knows that power unused is waste, so it builds, creates, teaches, uplifts. To command is to serve through creation. You give form to vision. You bring order where there was confusion. You make invisible truth visible. This is leadership, not of others, but of reality. You think clearly. You feel deeply. You act decisively. That trinity moves the universe. From this point forward, you will see differently. Every person you meet is a reflection of their own command or lack of it. You will hear their words and know which law they serve. You will sense their rhythm, their faith, their aim, and without arrogance you will quietly lead them, not by instruction, but by example. Your presence will teach what your mouth no longer needs to explain. There will still be storms. Mastery does not stop the rain. It makes you the captain who sails through it. Winds will test your balance. Failure will test your patience. Success will test your humility. Pass every test with awareness, and each will strengthen the throne within. The throne is not a symbol. It is your consciousness, the seat of will, the place where decisions become destiny. Now listen closely. You began as a worker of survival. You became a seeker of knowledge. You are now a creator of worlds. The chains that once bound you have become tools in your hands. You have learned to forge them into structure, to build bridges instead of prisons. This is evolution, the soul remembering its authority. Do not return to sleep. The world will try to rock you back into comfort. Refuse it. Comfort is the lullaby of the forgotten. Challenge is the song of the awake. Rise every morning as if creation depends on you, because it does. Each decision, each emotion, each act of faith shapes the invisible architecture of tomorrow. When you think rightly, the future shifts its course. Now speak quietly to yourself. I command my thoughts. I direct my emotion. I act with certainty. I am the master of my mind. These are not wishes. They are laws being spoken into motion. Say them until they feel remembered, not imagined. Because command was always your nature, you had only forgotten it. Remember this truth. Those who command themselves command the world. Not through domination, but through demonstration. Not by force, but by faith made visible. You are proof that transformation is possible. You have walked the path from slavery to sovereignty. The modern chains are broken. The laws of wealth and mind are alive within you, and the commanding mind now sits upon its throne. So step forward. Create something worthy of the power that built you. Teach others to command their own minds. Lead quietly, build endlessly, and live deliberately. For this is the end of the beginning, and the beginning of everything.